Gentlemen, let me ask you something you've probably wondered about but never said out loud. Is masturbation still healthy after 60? Or does it become risky at a certain age? Maybe you're single, widowed, or divorced, and it's your only sexual outlet right now. Maybe you're in a relationship, but your drives don't always match up. Or maybe you've just heard conflicting things and you're not sure what's actually true anymore. Here's what I can tell you. The answer isn't what most men expect. I'm Julia Rhodes, a sexual health specialist who spent over a decade helping men navigate intimacy, performance, and vitality at every stage of life. And today, I'm going to give you the unfiltered truth about masturbation after 60, the benefits, the risks, and how to know if you're doing it in a way that supports your health or sabotages it. By the end of this video, you'll have clarity. No shame, no guesswork, just facts. Now let's kill the biggest myth first. Most men have been told, either directly or indirectly, that masturbation after a certain age is embarrassing, unnecessary, or even harmful. That it's something younger men do, and once you're past 60, you should just stop. That's complete garbage. Here's the truth. Masturbation at any age can be healthy. In fact, for men over 60, it can be one of the most effective ways to maintain sexual function, support prostate health, and keep your system running smoothly. But, and this is critical, it can also become problematic if you're doing it compulsively, using it to avoid real connection, or approaching it in ways that damage sensitivity and performance. So let's break down both sides. The benefits first, then the risks you need to watch for. Benefit 1, it protects your prostate. This is one of the most researched benefits. Regular ejaculation, whether through sex or masturbation, helps flush out your prostate, removing old cells and inflammatory agents that can increase cancer risk over time. A major study following over 30,000 men found that those who ejaculated 21 times or more per month had a significantly lower risk of prostate cancer. So if you're single, or if partnered sex isn't happening as often as it used to, masturbation fills that gap. It's not just about pleasure, it's about prevention. Benefit 2, it keeps your equipment functional. Here's something most men don't realize. Your erectile tissue needs regular blood flow to stay healthy. Think of it like a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. Erections during masturbation keep blood vessels elastic and responsive. They maintain tissue health. They prevent atrophy. So regular self-pleasure isn't indulgent, it's maintenance. Benefit 3, it improves sleep and reduces stress. When you ejaculate, your brain releases a cocktail of hormones, endorphins, oxytocin, prolactin, that calm your nervous system and promote deep sleep. For men dealing with insomnia, anxiety, or chronic stress, this natural reset button can be more effective than a pill. And better sleep means better recovery, sharper focus, and more energy the next day. So those are the benefits, real, measurable, backed by science. Now here's where we need to pump the brakes, because masturbation after 60 can also create problems if you're not paying attention. Risk 1, compulsive behavior that replaces real connection. There's a difference between healthy release and using masturbation as an emotional crutch. If you're doing it multiple times a day, if it's interfering with work or relationships, if you feel controlled by the urge, that's not healthy anymore, that's compulsion. And compulsion doesn't just drain your time, it rewires your reward system, making it harder to feel satisfied by anything else, including real intimacy with a partner. Risk 2, porn dependency that warps arousal. Let's be honest, most men aren't masturbating to their imagination anymore. They're using porn. And here's the problem. Porn today is more extreme, more accessible, and more overstimulating than ever before. Your brain gets flooded with dopamine from endless novelty, new faces, new bodies, new scenes. Over time, that can dull your sensitivity to real-world arousal. You might find yourself needing more intense stimulation to get off. Or worse, struggling to maintain erections with an actual partner because she doesn't look or act like what you've trained your brain to expect. Risk 3, death grip syndrome. This one's crucial. If you're gripping too hard during masturbation, you're conditioning your body to need that level of pressure to climax. But a vagina doesn't provide that kind of grip. So when you are with a partner, you might struggle to finish or lose your erection entirely because the sensation isn't strong enough. The fix? Loosen your grip, slow down, use lube. Train your body to respond to gentler, more realistic stimulation. And if you're finding real value in this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you catch every video where I break down what actually works for men over 60. Risk 4, cardiovascular strain if you're rushing. Here's something most men don't consider. If you're rushing through masturbation, trying to finish quickly, you're spiking your heart rate and blood pressure suddenly. For men with cardiovascular issues, that sudden strain can be risky. Not common, but real. The fix? Slow down. Make it a longer, more relaxed experience. Let your body ease into arousal instead of sprinting to the finish. Now, I had a client, Edward from Seattle, 66, who came to me after his wife passed. He felt guilty about masturbating, like he was betraying her memory, but he also felt desperate for release. I told him what I'm telling you now. There's no shame in this. Your body still has needs. Honoring those needs doesn't diminish the love you had. It keeps you healthy, functional, and sane while you navigate life alone. Within a few weeks, he stopped feeling guilty and started approaching it as self-care. His sleep improved, his mood stabilized, and when he eventually started dating again, his performance was solid because he'd been keeping everything functional. So here's the bottom line. Masturbation after 60 is healthy when done intentionally, moderately, and without compulsion. Aim for a frequency that feels right for you. For most men, that's anywhere from a few times a week to once a day. If you're going multiple times daily or feeling controlled by the urge, pull back. Loosen your grip. Use lube. Train your body for realistic stimulation. Limit porn use. If you're relying on it heavily, try masturbating to fantasy or memory instead. Retrain your arousal to respond to real-world cues. And if you have a partner, communicate openly. Masturbation isn't a replacement for intimacy, it's a supplement. Now, I break down advanced techniques, including specific methods to retrain sensitivity, overcome death grip, and optimize frequency based on your age and health in my newsletter. But platforms flag some of that as too explicit. If you want the uncensored version, links in the description and pinned in the comments. So here's what I want to know. What's your biggest concern when it comes to masturbation at this stage? Frequency, guilt, performance issues, or something else? Drop it in the comments. I read everyone. And if you want weekly strategies on sexual health, vitality, and confidence that actually work for men over 60, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that button so you don't miss what's coming next. You're not too old for pleasure. You're not broken for still wanting release. Your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do. The question isn't whether you should masturbate, it's whether you're doing it in a way that serves your health or undermines it. Now you know the difference. I'm Julia Rhodes. I'll see you in the next one.